Welcome to Speak Smart English with Alex and Mia, where learning English feels easy, natural, and fun.
Hey everyone, welcome. Mia, I was watching some old World Cup highlights last night, and I just felt so emotional.
Oh, really, Alex? What were you watching?
I was watching Cristiano Ronaldo, his journey in the World Cup. I mean, his face, his emotions, it really got me thinking.
I know exactly what you mean, Alex. Ronaldo's World Cup story is so powerful. It's not just about football, right? It's about life.
Exactly, Mia. And I thought, why not talk about this today? It's a great way to practice English and learn some real-life words.
I love that idea, Alex. Okay, let's dive in. So, why do you think Ronaldo's story touches us so much?
Well, Mia, because he started as a young kid with a huge dream, and we saw him grow, fail, cry, and win. It's very human.
That's so true. And for English learners, listening to stories like this with emotions helps us remember words better, don't you think?
I totally agree, Mia. So today, we're going to learn English through Ronaldo's World Cup career. We'll keep it simple, friendly, and fun. Mia, do you remember Ronaldo in the 2006 World Cup? He was just a teenager.
Yes, Alex. He was so young. He had a lot of energy. He was fast and very skillful.
Right. He wasn't the star yet, but everyone could see his potential. That word potential is good to know. It means the ability to become great in the future.
Exactly, Alex. And he played for Portugal. They had other great players like Luis Figo. Ronaldo learned a lot from them.
Yeah, but his first World Cup didn't end with a win. They lost in the semifinals. Can you imagine that, Mia?
Losing at that stage? It must have been heartbreaking, even for a young player.
For sure. But he didn't give up. He kept working. And that's a great lesson for us, right?
Definitely, Alex. When we learn English, sometimes we feel like we lose or we make mistakes, but we cannot give up.
You know, Mia, that's the perfect transition to our first important word today. Pressure.
Pressure. Okay, Alex, let's talk about it. What does pressure mean in simple English?
Pressure is that heavy feeling you have in your chest when you really, really need to do well. When people expect a lot from you.
Oh, I hate that feeling. So, for Ronaldo, playing in the World Cup, that's huge pressure. His whole country is watching.
Exactly, Mia. Millions of people are watching. They want him to score. They want him to win. That is intense pressure.
Okay, let's show how we use this word in everyday life here in the US. Imagine you are a student in New York. You have a big final exam tomorrow. You need to pass it. That is pressure.
Oh, yes. Or imagine you are at work in Los Angeles. Your boss asks you to give a big presentation to a new client. You feel pressure to do a good job, right?
I feel that just thinking about it, Alex. So, pressure is about expectations. It can make you nervous.
But here is the good thing, Mia. Pressure can also make you stronger. Ronaldo always performs better under pressure.
That's a good way to think about it. We can say, I work well under pressure.
Yes, or I feel a lot of pressure at work. And in Ronaldo's case, the pressure of the World Cup is massive.
Alex, let's jump forward to the 2022 World Cup. That was the most emotional one for me.
Oh, Mia. The last one. Ronaldo was 37 years old. Everyone knew it was his final World Cup.
Right. And Portugal lost to Morocco in the quarterfinals. After the game, Ronaldo walked off the pitch, and he was crying.
I saw that, Mia. It broke my heart. He knew it was over. He couldn't win the World Cup. That was his biggest dream.
Can we talk about that feeling, Alex? When you want something so badly, but you can't get it. What word do we use?
We call that heartbreaking. It's when something is so sad that it hurts your heart.
Yes, heartbreaking. That's the perfect word. So we can say, it was heartbreaking to see him cry.
Exactly. Or in daily life, I didn't get the job I really wanted. It was heartbreaking.
That's a good example, Alex. Or imagine you live in Chicago. You apply for your dream apartment, but someone else gets it. That's heartbreaking.
So Ronaldo experienced that. But Mia, he did something amazing. He didn't hide. He walked off the pitch with his head up. He accepted it.
That leads to our second big vocabulary phrase. Never give up.
Never give up. It sounds simple, Mia, but it's so powerful.
It means you keep trying, even when things are hard, even when you fail.
Yes, Ronaldo never gave up in his career. He trained every day. He ate well. He worked harder than everyone else.
In the US, we use this all the time. At the gym, you might feel tired. Your body hurts. Your trainer says, "Come on, never give up. Do 5 more reps."
I've heard that before, Mia. Or in Silicon Valley, if you are starting a new tech company, it's very difficult. You need to tell yourself, never give up on my idea.
Exactly. And for English learners, this is the most important phrase. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. But you must never give up.
That's right. And we can use it in different ways. You can say, I will never give up. Or, don't give up on your dreams.
Ronaldo never gave up on his dream. Even though he didn't win the World Cup, he is still one of the greatest players ever.
That's a beautiful perspective, Mia. He didn't win the trophy, but he won the respect of the whole world.
Okay, Alex, let's do something fun. Let's imagine a role play. We are at a gym in Los Angeles. One friend is feeling tired and wants to quit the workout.
Oh, I love this. Okay, I will be the tired friend, and you, Mia, you will be the encouraging friend. You have to use our new words, pressure and never give up.
Deal. Okay, ready? Let's start. Hey, Alex, you look exhausted. Are you okay?
Oh, Mia, I'm so tired. I can't do this last set of exercises. I feel a lot of pressure to get fit, but my body just hurts.
I understand, Alex. But listen, remember what we talked about. Ronaldo felt so much pressure, but he never gave up. You have 5 more minutes. You can do it.
But it's so hard. My legs are shaking. I just want to go home and rest.
You can do hard things, Alex. You don't have to be perfect. Just finish this one set. Keep going. Never give up.
Okay, Mia. You're right. I'm going to finish it. I feel better already.
See? That's the Ronaldo mindset. Pressure makes us stronger, and giving up is not an option.
That was fun, Mia. It's great to see how these words sound in a real-life situation.
Honestly, Alex, I love practicing English like this. Just talking about real stories and daily situations.
Me too, Mia. And you know, for everyone listening, if you enjoy these real-life conversations and want to get more comfortable with English, definitely subscribe to the channel.
Yes, we are going to keep having these relaxed chats. It's like listening to friends while you learn. It really helps you improve naturally.
Exactly. No pressure, right? Just listening and feeling the words. So if that sounds helpful, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here with us.
Yay! Okay, Alex, let's go back to Ronaldo. his story isn't over yet, right?
That's a great point, Mia. He didn't win the World Cup, but he's still playing football. He moved to Saudi Arabia.
That's a new chapter in his life. A chapter is like a part of a book. It's a new stage or period.
Ah, good vocabulary, Mia. So his career has many chapters. The young chapter in Portugal, the winning chapter in Spain, and now the final chapter in Saudi.
We can use chapter in our daily lives too. If you move to a new city in the US, like moving from Texas to California, that's a new chapter.
Exactly. Or, I finished university. Now it's time to start a new chapter in my career.
It sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes change feel less scary and more like an adventure.
Absolutely. And Ronaldo is writing his last chapter. Even though he feels sadness about the World Cup, he is still moving forward.
Alex, we need to talk about one more word. The word tough.
Tough. It means difficult or hard. Ronaldo's journey was tough. He faced many injuries and tough opponents.
Right. And in everyday life, we say, that test was tough. Or, I had a tough day at work today.
Yeah. And we also have the phrase, dream come true. Winning the World Cup was his dream. It didn't come true, but his life is still a big success.
Exactly. My dream is to travel all over the US. If I go to New York and see the Statue of Liberty, that's a dream come true.
That's a good dream, Mia. So for us, we can say, working at this company is a dream come true. Or buying my first car was a dream come true.
And it's important to remember, Alex, even if some dreams don't come true, we can still be happy. Like Ronaldo. He is tough. He faced heartbreak, but he is still smiling.
Let's do another role play, Mia. This time, let's go to a job interview in New York City.
Ooh, exciting! I love these scenarios. Okay, I'll be the nervous candidate, and you be the friendly interviewer.
Great! Let's start. Hello, Mia. Please, have a seat. How are you feeling today?
To be honest, Alex, I feel a lot of pressure. This is my dream job. I really want this.
That's completely normal. The interview process can be tough, but I can see you have prepared a lot.
I have. My old job was very tough sometimes, but I never gave up. I learned so much.
That's impressive. If we give you this job, you will start a new chapter in your career. Are you ready for that?
Yes, Alex. This job would be a dream come true. I am so excited.
Well, you did great, Mia. We will call you soon. And remember, pressure is just a part of life. You handled it very well.
Thank you, Alex. I feel so much better. That was a great exercise, Alex. I felt so nervous, just like a real interview.
Same here. But it shows that these words, pressure, tough, never give up, chapter, dream come true, they are so common in America. We use them every day.
Yes, and Ronaldo's story is a perfect example. He is human, he feels pressure, he has tough moments, he cries, but he keeps going.
I think that's why we love him so much, Mia. He doesn't pretend to be perfect. He shows his emotions.
That's right. And for people learning English, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to feel nervous. You are just starting a new chapter in your life.
Beautifully said, Mia. So let's remember today. Use pressure when you feel stressed. Use tough when something is hard. Use never give up when you need motivation.
Well, Alex, I really enjoyed this chat. I feel like I learned a lot, and I hope our listeners feel the same.
Me too, Mia. We covered a lot of emotion and a lot of useful words. It's amazing how a football player can teach us so much about life and language.
So, to everyone listening, keep practicing. Keep listening. Don't worry about being perfect. Just enjoy the conversation. You are getting better every day.
And if you want to keep learning with us, don't forget to subscribe. We have so many more conversations about real life, daily situations, and inspiring stories.
It's like your daily English podcast with friends. So join us again next time, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks for listening, everyone. And thank you, Mia, for another great conversation.
Thank you, Alex. This was fun. See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye for now. Take care.